All right, the tuning for my MCPR loadout. Basically, all I do is I drag the little cursor until I see some movement in the graph. So first, we're going to look at the Merc stock. So this is a good example. Currently, I have the bottom at negative 0.12. If I continue to go more in the negative direction, you will notice the accuracy starts to drop off. So I don't want that to happen. I want to move it until right before the accuracy drops off, which is around that range where I kind of found it at negative 0.12. And the same thing, if I go towards the positive direction and I start dragging it that way, you'll notice the mobility starts to drop off. So I don't want to do that either. I want to find a kind of perfect spot where both of them are at their highest points before they start moving. You can kind of see it just moved a little bit there. So negative 0.12 I find is like the happy middle ground where the mobility and the accuracy are both at their highest points. And on the left here, you see I have negative 1.88, and that's because I want a better ADS time, so I'm going to be farther towards that on the side of the graph, but it's the same concept. If I continue going down that path, you'll see the handling and mobility aren't actually changing, so it's not necessary to go any further in that direction. You can stop at the negative 0.188, but if I were to go farther in the other direction, you'll notice the handling starts to drop off, and the accuracy obviously improves, but I want that handling to be as fast as possible. So I kind of move it until the handling is maxed out and it is stopped moving, and I stop there. So if I continue, the accuracy will drop off a little bit. So I have it at negative 1.88 for that. For the explosive rounds, the bottom is at positive 6.06 and the left is at positive 0.61. For the laser, the bottom is at negative 24.68. Again, I want to improve the ADS time as much as possible, so that's why it's farther in that direction. Same for sprint to fire, it is at negative 0.16. For the barrel, I have it at negative 0.23, leaning towards aim down sight time, again, because damage range isn't really that important. Kind of sounds weird, but it's a one-shot headshot at any range, so damage range is not really that important. And then on the left, I have it at negative 0.23, oddly enough, as well. And for the nil sound at the bottom, I have it at positive 0.77 and negative at 0.99. Again, you just want to move those cursors back and forth until you kind of see that threshold where what you want is at its highest point and other things aren't being affected as much. Instead of just maxing it out one direction, it will actually hurt the negatives more than help the positives. For more Warzone tips, you got to hit that plus sign to follow.